is a wrap for 2024. I will see you next year, which I'm really excited about. But before I kind of disappear and show you more of what things are going on in my studio, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has actually supported me, followed me, subscribed to my channel, my first YouTube channel that I only started at the beginning of the year. I just want to say thank you to my friends and family, especially my husband, my kids, my useless dog who's sitting right here, which always he always keeps me company when I feel a little bit lonely in the studio. All you people that comment and all my stuff, I'm truly grateful. God has blessed me with such a wonderful life. And this year has been stressful, joyful, every word, I probably can't, my mind has just gone blank of all the words, which I'm not very good at, but I'm truly just grateful of how much work has gone into my studio, all the people that have helped build it, especially my husband, again, just always supporting me in my dream, and just has followed me through this very stressful but fun process of my new studio in my yard. And I'm hoping, no, I'm not hoping, it is going to be officially open next year, 2025. So I'm really excited about it, and maybe one day I might see you at one of my workshops. And on that note, I've just posted my latest February workshops. I'm having January off, February workshops. I have some platter workshops and some mug making workshops if you want to come to them in Newcastle and get creative. Maybe start your career, got the word, in ceramics. One way to start is attend one of the workshops, and you can go from there if you like it or don't like it. But feel free to ever comment on anything, ask me questions. I'm happy to answer them the best that I can with my knowledge. I don't have all the answers, but I'm learning along the way. Again, even though I have a degree in ceramics and I've been doing it for 16 years, I'm still learning, and there is so much to learn in ceramics. So I'm hoping that one day I do see you at one of my workshops, or again, thank you for all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel this year. And I will see you in the new year. If anyone hasn't met my dog Huxley, this is Huxley. He's useless. I mean, he has his moments, but majority of the time, this is where he sits, or there, or there, or there, or wherever I'm standing, pretty much where I don't want him to be. That's him. He's a fluff ball. He's 9 years old. He's getting some grey hairs around his face, but that's our lovable dog. He loves people. He hates dogs. He's definitely a human on the inside, and he will sit right on you, get as close as possible. He'll sit on your lap. He'll sleep in our bed if he was allowed to, but no. Hey, buddy. But that's all he does, is just sleep, especially when I'm in the studio. He knows when I'm in here every single time. Tour of my garage studio. These are all my plaster casts. Some of them are made, some of them I've bought on Facebook, some of I've been given along the way. My wheel down there, all my clay. Over there is all my dry weight for making stoneware slip, and then I've just got a whole bunch of little bits and bobs there. Yes, all there. My kiln, who is called Baz. He was an artist. I mean, he is an artist who I first started following when I started to do my sponge molds, making sponges. I think he's from the Netherlands. I found him in one of my ceramic books, and I just fell in love with his technique. So that's where my sponge making comes from, and I thought I would call him Baz. So that's Baz. I think they call him Baz. I gotta find that out, but I call him Baz. This is my little trolley that I picked up from my uncle who sadly passed away. He made it himself, and I was like, I'm bagsing that. Good little shelves to put on. And then this shelf here was actually a really, really big one in my old studio, but we had to cut it in half to fit it in here. Well, in my latest studio, it was a lot bigger. We made a little shelf. Shelves are so good for ceramicists. I need more shelving. And that's all my buckets of slip and clay and glaze. Mugs up there from my mug making workshop that I did in March. If you hadn't seen that, I've got it on YouTube and my Instagram page, and then and this is where I put all my stuff. So these ones where you can see the plastic is where I put all my wet stuff to dry, so I can put a little blanket over it to let it dry, but I've just put these ones here at the moment because I didn't know where to put my gingerbread houses. But majority I do all my rolling in it here because it's a little bit higher so it doesn't hurt my back. Anything lower, I don't want to be leaning over too much. And just boxes and boxes, and over there it's just a mess of boxes. They've been there since we moved in over 2 years ago. So that is my studio at the moment. That was my little grand tour, and hopefully at the end of next year, I don't know when, hopefully in a couple months' time, I'll be giving you a tour of my new studio. I want to be in there first. The main thing is we've got to get running water in there and a bathroom. Running water and bathroom would be really good because then I can actually start moving things down there and I can actually start working down there myself. I might not start doing running workshops down there yet, but at least I can be down there and just get it ready and organised for me to be in there, trying to find the spots where everything needs to go. Yep. This morning I also just unpacked the kiln with all these bowls. I have 3 more to fire, and that's all my bowls that I have done in my early November workshop for all those like 80 participants. These are all the bowls. Some of them did crack, unfortunately. Give them a couple of extra of my bowls just to replace the ones that have cracked. I think that would be a good thing. And then I've got to glaze these little platters here, and then that will be my last firing for this year. Husband's doing some work down on the deck. Down the bottom in my studio. Let's see what he's up to. Oh. Oh, yeah. Looking good?
Perfect.
Our vine's gone strong. Oh. It's getting there. Keep going, keep going, keep going all the way up there. Right, all the little fiddly bits my husband's had to do around the posts and then around the door. Look at this. Look at this up. So clever. He's so clever. Oh, attention to detail. Coming along nicely. I went in my eye. Okay, what's he up to today? Look at that deck. I've finally finished all the bowls from my big workshop in November. I will deliver them back tomorrow, driving all the way to Sydney to deliver them personally because I don't think I trust postage. So I'll package them all up and get to them early tomorrow in Sydney, which is a 2-hour drive. Love my work. All packed and ready for delivery tomorrow. I've kind of lightly bubble wrapped them just because, oh, look at that big crack. So there's 59 bowls all up and 4 got cracks. That's probably the worst one then. I'm showing you that first. All the rest are fine. That was the worst one. The other cracks are pretty easy to deal with. I can still use the bowls, but that's probably the biggest one. And then these ones in here. So just lightly kind of put bubble wrap around them just because I am driving there myself. And they are some heavy boxes. Try getting them in the car and out of the car. So I've finally caught up with all my firings. This is my last firing from all my workshops. Hopefully the next firing or anything that goes in there will be from anything that I make in January with my time off. So yeah, see them in 2 days' time. It's nice to have that all empty actually. It's a nice feeling catching up with all that. And then I'll just have to obviously glaze them and do another firing. So I take that back. I've still got one more firing to do after glazing because this is a bisque. Just the last little bits, eh? Never ending this deck.